Are you in need of some motivation to swing your leg over the bike and get pedalling? Well, here are 10 quotes from famous names the world over that we think may just do the trick. First up, triple Tour de France winner and double world road race champion Greg LeMond tells it just like it is. It never gets easier, you just go faster. Well, thanks very much for that, Greg. But now, some very simple logic from Albert Einstein, a very clever man indeed. Life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. Well, thank you for that, Albert, but now some uplifting words from Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, no less. When the spirits are low, when the day appears dark, when work becomes monotonous, when hope hardly seems worth having, just mount a bicycle and go out for a spin down the road, without thought on anything but the ride you are taking. Just give me a moment. Right, and now some wise words from Kristin Armstrong, a 3 times Olympic gold medalist and double world TT champion. Embrace your sweat. It is your essence and your emancipation. Right. Well, next up we have this from 50 Cent, rapper and hip-hop all-rounder, speaking of the theft of his bike as a child. At that age, it's one of the worst things in the world, to wake up and not see your bike where you left it. Oh, Finny, what are you doing to me? Well, now I've composed myself, how about this from Nobel Prize winning novelist Ernest Hemingway, who had this to say in his own inimitable style. It is by riding a bicycle that you learn the contours of a country best, since you have to sweat up the hills and coast down them. Thus you remember them as they actually are, while in a motor car only a high hill impresses you, and you have no such accurate remembrance of a country you have driven through as you gain by riding a bicycle. Lovely words there from Ernest. Now, Miguel Indurain, the softly spoken 5 times consecutive winner of the Tour de France, no less, was rather glowing in his praise of the sprinters. I'm fascinated by the sprinters. They suffer so much during the race just to get to the finish. They hang on for dear life in the climbs, but then, in the final kilometres, they are transformed and do amazing things. Now, it's not their force per se that impresses me, but rather the renaissance they experience. Seeing them suffer throughout the race, only to be reborn in the final, is something for fascination. High praise indeed. Now, comic genius Robin Williams was a real keen cyclist and had an extensive collection of bikes, and his motivation was simple. My favourite thing to do is to ride a bicycle. I ride road bikes, and for me, it's mobile meditation. Il campionissimo, Fausto Coppi, had these uncomplicated, albeit brief words of motivational advice. Ride a bike, ride a bike, ride a bike. True that. Now, our last words of wisdom come from the greatest cyclist of all time, Eddy Merckx. Ride as much or as little, as long or as short as you feel, but ride. Well, I hope you've enjoyed and been motivated by a lot of those gems. And I'm sure we've left a few out. Let us know in the comment section below which ones you think should be in, and if you've got any of your own, let us know as well. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to GCN, click on the globe. It's absolutely free, and that way you will not miss another video. Now, for our unwritten rules of cycling, volume 2, click just down here. And sticking with rules, how about clicking just down here for our top 10 cycling rules, wait for it, to break.